ambition.
People also believe, say,
yes, people also believe, say, ye Juma ma party near the eba power. Abraham president, former president Mahama. Now uye your friend is saying, assemblyman, boli, ubeye MP, usambeye minister for communication, usambeye so ube 2 year party. And untino, yes, you ma. A bimoso full say, and then me say na metie as a former minister, as a former MP, as a former through. Do Ajao fashion.
Okay, 1.
You work with Sibotre fashion.
2.
You work John Mahama fashion.
3.
The other fashions will come.
Now, one most Spio
Garbrah fashion.
Oh, yes, you.
You was Spio Garbrah fashion.
1.
You say you enam dear. You work a sene one kitwa.
Okay.
Normally dear means say incredible. So ni antele.
Na mantele. Na mameton nam tende minipa. Ntran.
Ebia. Your friend is saying, "No more libet my say Antele." Then now, unim Chile. Unzo na say boami. And Mahama and do ajahomu.
Okay. To omu ni adu omu be homo festival. They are the big fishes.
Oh, so a bit more hard. See, I'm showing here. The ambition of pushing Mahama for 2020 will not succeed. So, my idea, you're fighting these people. And in fact, even in parliament, I can tell you, sir, there are leadership crisis in parliament. Because by parliament, as an over parliament, and you know, I don't know what be a decam for a war. Na yensu ye de ye or kind before. Na ye bet na actually. So there's even a problem. Na me can say Minya Obama bet to me a catch in semi war MPP mu a chance in America.
That's true.
Mean so much me a NDC mun say a chance because
the Spio Garbrah kind the one kind of bonnet in the fashion for Sakwesiboche. And to be on fashion, no one vision, no name say Prof Kwesiboche so on video or best show phone crying so Mamu Kasawa bon said the be more your name go to the committee.
In fact, he's not the first person who cast us.
Okay.
But I've even heard my own friend and brother, Fede Agbeno. And no I call Kawasem say, look, yes, no. You say, Ndiem pa, you try sika edi shemu, you try billboards ye, you try asphalt edi. Ushe one so edi a committee ni so. Credible people, people with high reputation, and then you a committee no. Spoke about you can't say no crow or say NDC, it's a car then I say. Ye they are common mechanic, and so Oshe say. Your friend is a break in our chair. When are you? But when they met from say, Omu top parts now, Omumbrabo so kind, or on a tomb, spare pass. Fast so Omuboya, yet to me back pain.
It's a proverbial abuso kind in a hefa. Omumbramo, because Musuna Obia church chasing the elephants into the bush. So Omu made Sian film or Kamo Fasa, Omu Femuno, so Bekaya, Yafim. In 2011, 2012. But moment committee, one person got your book.
Make about before you be winning a year 2015, 2016. Then a young film as a party. To extend that, then say Yamaya Konya for 9 ANC wa a be higher. So at the National Council
also suspend your mind.
Oh, and yes, that is why they have formed the committee. So the committee recommendation no Ebeka so when you call rounds no because one of the things Nkofwe can say is by young farmer. In fact, I've even heard the Eastern Regional Chairman say, on chain the Edisi. So that means there are people in NDC. Omubo Antom. One NDC. So and Kenya now Obama can come in. Now come in. I said, John Dumelo, your friend is there.
Oh, Haba.
Because look, Samia Oku. Then guy no contest fine. And no so just that Ebia on yet to say Samia Uku no but Samia Uku as the youth organizer of the MPP was on the ground with the youth wing, including young. He brought in fact young candidates in MPP together and see how better animate. Omuko some of the tertiary institutions are by force by force or muka some make cry be gali send a on be distracted programs. He was always at the institutions. But the youth organizer was nowhere to be found. the women organizer was nowhere to be found.
And they were nowhere to be found because women organizer no bahada.
No, how to nika say no otiku nam how we nam how otiom.
Eh, there be some campaign no match chem. And say their own team on your monam.
Yeah. And did report on some of these things. In fact, right after the national election, that is where the problem started. When kill the cat, Kobleji, Olusi, that's where the problem. In fact, the general secretary, before that, can say, so man told my Kobleji, didn't say, just be honest to ourselves. How do we see Asedun Kwetia? The involvement in the campaign. In fact, I even listened to him. Campaign, but a crowd Nanado a pool of water region. Next one said sorry.
You know mosquito in the cancer.
That tells you how divided the NDC was. But Sebi to say your friends and Bola Suja. And I said Sebi Nantribi. I said enough for next with the I dry. No. Oh, wait to extend even the president, former president your mama. Or say now one chama, omuni chama, omuni si, and then a dahui. Me a mesre NDC for ABT. Spio among a very good advice. Whatever grievances are no, channel it to the committee.
Okay.
And I also believe, say, at the end of the day, the committee will also come out with the recommendation a party, no. It's say, so over the recommendation be back now say no their social media the so-called interim report from your friend is saying Spio Garbrah. And in an by say mama so baby budin. I say your friend is saying Matiami do so baby judgment deputy. Mama so baby budi omode or this come on. Nya mesre NDC for say omofa omo grievances in na no en comma Spio Garbrah. Sorry,
Professor Kwesi
Botwe. Ono ye chief mechanic. Na onu so wie na so onu so pe. Nyama na no e dey service NDC na you should come to Abosokai and learn.
Yeah, meet my me jay no. But mpese Ghanaians who say even NDC people here can say the sika buy the election in those things. And yes, I buy sika. That is what I want to say.
Okay.
Microphobia wa so we na we presidential candidate to say then His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo and I say John Mahama wadofo ebreuska.
Okay.
Sans can be also yibi at the Boao campaign. Who also this no say yendi by the money for a particular project to say fully agent ni obedi okoye obegina fitanpa ko see nyumre nkrofo fuel ebe kwa bakakra nti na ye can say the sika buy ye nkrofo be say Ghana sika no na ye tamba enye Ghana sika ye campaign sika
ne waka ni na de obekle wo wa no.
Oh, I just want them
yeah, so yeah, for comment kakra say one powerful says good morning 20 JM Beba. Anthony Obeng Abladefia Kumazungu says that Takra, the NDC functionary should show maturity to thwart the efforts of the NPP. NDC must stop accusations and counter accusations and stand solidly behind Mahama or whoever comes into for victory in 2020 elections. Chief Mano say in Atonsu Kumasi says, I love the lamentations of the NDC in opposition, but I don't pity this corrupt NDC in any way. I pray that it. Nevertheless, you think that Mr. Spio Garbrah would have been a better candidate than JM, regards to Honorable Simon Osei Mensah. Papi Makoni says that shout out to all WASI 2017 candidates, wishing them a good luck in their exam. And then Nana Ajwa Karisa says that I always love the show. You yes said that she say woshe na fe yeba Professor Albert Olewale na futu a wodi amani so says sa omo na ebe dane sa terrorist groups no. Woka say fa Obama.
Edo Nyankopon say this time no enye yeah, your politics or Ghana and I say any of your professors. But Nigeria, Professor Isaac Olewale Albert and O2 Africa 4. Let me say if you told us about the right time, Menka Assembly Jina NDC and NPP because your parties I can say works security. Say yes, not NDC, now you will be Azoka and then in Crawford.
Namu
na yewo
because
oh ya na kai before the election, I can say those things and it is true.
Because I say at a most, Azoka boys be.
I can say me Azoka boys
in place more than
your Ghana Police Service. It is true. You call by election for Etiwa, and I was there, and that was the day I did love our. Oh, issue statement. I was there. Me and Kasankasa. I say Sanya mano, a good or man any massy. Na my Ghana the my dimpa. Enti ono die enti bi wo ho tama ye kan be ntokwa nyina no ma ye campus sa omo ani omo koye no ebi mu kra ni anje. I'm telling you the truth. Sika I say the mom say allowance so den omo nyina mom but obi anye basa si wetiwa no eye kromu azoga boys niama no efi system ni mu se omo wo ye wazoga boys na chese nya azoga boys party no ejitu mu and as a party no a show man as a party no a talk much some okay but MPP yeah co-election yeah with groupings no way yeah no invisible forces and that to become a sisu paying say ni areshemu e Ghana police or whatever no sata me almost say there invisible forces and I be bomb mobile Delta force that be so for I say them deadly force. Oh, yes, that was in Kofodia.
When?
Only 3 days, 4 days ago. Yeah.
No, okay, yeah. I see.
Almost they're deadly force. No more deadly force. No more red.
Red band, Kojai.
There be Mukonro na bono red locks.
Conro no so.
I said Conro Rasta
Na dreadlocks there the Rasta.
Now boys see macho men. Okay. So let me come to this issue. For now, with the MPP there, these are groupings omo kasa obian kasa. Even minister
MPP pena omo what this
kind of any hobbies and
what about other political parties? So they almost say over 25 political parties so Ghana. MPP pena will be on.
So those parties will be executive na obia bit made one dance. Anytime I can say nanka NDC war bad reputation e din boni bi say to transcend party. But my kind of Paris sana mani nyina say wash it to zero cry about down drastically. But MPP fund there a page up because party no ankasa e kan to so mo ni areshemu or Ghana police mo into the group is very juma. One me invisible forces them say yeah me brother ti we na say honorable na say pair they can grab anything. I'm telling you say time azoka for jino mo na so no na say ye call ye congress na azoka for say omo mpeo we NDC dey no omo mpeo a one show no be free congress na say enti MPP for so na e koso no enye kra ina omo dey to understand say president appoint you obi mutumi ko yi ni pa ko ni free o ema another MP say honorable Kennedy Japan e betimi ama warning na security minister akana no atum
and I say yeah no so yeah politicizing say hey NDC MPP for yeah NDC ya disbanded azoka anti papa na sem no mo no dem tell them mo no wo catch them
or catch ye nyina but the reality no quarry e table no so say NDC for ye ni BCC ya obi edi one say ye ni bi na MPP for no so ye srom say omuntumi mba out no mun disband omun kan srom say mamu nye ejume bia na because omunfa need no bu ma no na president kana no tumu a and the ochina bi so akasa yenso yenfa need no bu ma oh went no was it last week NDC ya mekai pa makai need ma say mboni di former deputy minister bako omko ni fia no pa mekai di papa for you to know say I'm telling the truth ajekum no okay bibi o ka say as a sanity there and NDC so yenso say en organize ye ho onim because of the ehu and a kind because
so send been a call
me who pictures me who video no nkofo me no she police atare omu ni omudin attack bi en boso unknowingly no nipo dey most say na munye police for per the statement that you should say na munye police for and nipo na more dangerous na try say me metima kofa obi keke na makaso invisible forces na me dey be threatening e be all dey make.
That's what I'm saying say bre ni omo bon komo no nipa na okon dey da sebre kwabna ahenkra onu no oni ne
se bi omo nye MPP for
okay
no ma she black Now you print invisible force which no man could debone. They are invisible force. Now and no never group is no adults. Until your best repass a way the Canana, His Excellency. They could to JA go from say on man in on fan in 9 form, whether they are for him or not. Because say 1 year and ne a bit more a MPP for now.
Ma honorable na timremo. See, I the prof you can
all political parties say ye beti no asopem. Ni ahwe kwan ya befa so a sa groupings a ye wo no vigilante groups ye wo no ye betumi eden abrenas and I say be ye efi ho. But onim nia edi sa groups is na eba no. Me, I don't put the blame on the political parties. I put the police for they make us say, look, I'm against presidents nominating your friend saying IGP. Any word of you. No matter what, obey order from above. And you know, say order from above. Miss Mikait Esther said it from 2009. Yapam we see order from above. So order no from above is about politics. Be is about me. I've said a time will come in this country. Say one won't need private mufi or more na say NDC in the town. Na say BP never tell no because I can't know by your NDC. Intimate man kenga. Why one. That is what the country about. Because I'm a member of parliament, because Obi a friend is saying MP, because Obi a minister, because Obi a president. Meaning police commander be pa or madam for pa.
Now why mo na ma police for na yesa? Any more politicians.
And I come from the beginning say CG IGP this way no every abiding sema. E betumi den abua.
Okay.
So me police penny no, me person me body ni. But now otahwe mo pa me wie po be frɛ me. Say asem ni nya bitumi ko be ka say e masa asem we dey me ntumi mboa wo ho.
Okay.
Say me ageli nkofo. Wan hwe say oni mi wadamfo ma be ka bia ma ne pako no. The juma no e.
Ko ese nka wo kan bi die.
Ni mi ni asem ni mu.
Nti why did you go in the first place?
No, I was called. Who say eh party one asem. Obi afro oh me ba bia nya asem o say ni. Because I'm so commander.
Me baby anya say ma me call police ho na mo ni police for nkoka.
As politicians.
Na Obama ya no mu ni sa ko.
As politicians there at least.
Contest election.
It's me ni ko e. Ye ko court. I didn't go court. I didn't go tomb. Omuko fa lawyer.
Enti honorable show na che say we no kra no ye police ni a
that is what I am telling you.
Enti na busa say uko in the first place because Obama would also men contested that. But mo kasa na mama ade na aye den ma ye e na mabo kwan na to e na so ye ba because uko na junior police bia ohun wa ne ho popo
ya tie mama
e no be honorable
madam for bi wo ha wo so hwe father anti patch of no ko hu father mama even what time reception say 10 minutes but we nya fair place
aye nya ne sa only appointment
bia protocol
there bia no na dia bia no
nti ebo ni die no oh masa say na to me ba nti yenko okaye biti commander na say say yen fa say bia bi ti say bia moto sem bi ni pa kunu yo say kona koto we kona ko be fara be she ansa wa ba be fa then you sign you move on.
But on the moon, now the mammy no from no one quam.
Obi wo ha on to me kind of credit chero. Let me give you one example.
Because Omunim say or say me frown
Mami ka be bincho.
Yes, you police for you. Obeka shaya or say who the me see me watch me ka me say frown rabo. No, a frown rabo say fa phone ne man no.
Yeah, mami ka be bincho.
I feel say police in any ya and so eja nchese asen ha ti ni ego into e say move your car.
Yeah, mami ka be bincho. About 2 weeks ago, Obi ba ekwa kodan ka e wo baby. Na okokodan ka no. You say konisem bi akoso ma ya chim. Nti owo police station. I'm so sorry. Nti membo mo de na membo am na nti mi beli oba no. I'm so sorry. Before I met me kasem no, the man so no ka chem so koton okadan ne ka 2 a.m. we dan ka 2 a.m. And I'm a friend. Me say o ma me say the number. Me friend say I didn't not know she was involved. Na me the two speak. Na me catch massa we dey e broom so. me ko joya ko parliament my elite bye bye. Because I will not involve myself into those things. Okay. But ebia obi ni obi akun, ebia misunderstand be e wo fie, oh, and they bet me abetance na aka wase. But there are certain issues they will tell you say no. But essence say police for no, any military for any security service for will listen to government I what power into no. And also count. So open call for me then on me bomb me home by.
Okay.
You understand? Say NDC what power and NDC what position and people what power. Say be a police ni why you say. And so I don't understand they be a police for the yeah we are not police why you say. Then let's also form a group that they can also what protect us. When we're in opposition, we complain so much about the attitude of some police officers. And me make us say some of the police officers no so yes, say you to about here. Baby mo how me too much. Make us me I'm protecting my party. Obi so ho kwa na.
To me cancer check.
Politics na yo. You call baby ah.
Yeah, they call baby ah na yet na mo kwa no mabeto ya kwa ni.
So me the message say these vigilante groups no, it is not helping us. In fact, if you walk on your vigilante groups, maybe a kuobi no ma gada omo no ma call from NDC time up to this time. Mean bet na ha embe hypocrite and say in our time some of our people are not mistake. How long are we going to involve ourselves in some of these things? Mimiti we have issues.
So then disband that group.
You can't easily disband the group.
Because what does it take to the okay, honorable Pachoko, what does it take? Okay, Professor say yen disband. Okay, ye per se yen.
And as the NDC for disband.
What does it so let's go with the professor's advice. What does it take to disband a group? Because one would to say now this group much of mama nasemoten.
Visible force, whatever force.
Exactly.
Before you realize, people go in look, there's an incident in my constituency. They claim they are invisible forces. They came to Kuma Flat to inject people. When some of them were arrested, they were no near invisible force, and that is Obama kind. It be more because invisible forces and data forces in Contema and Kofa question there. I don't want to shame. Now you think of be friends and more almost invisible forces. So if we are able to debunk all these pressure groups.
But you have not said it. Back to my question. How do you say any easy? And I'm going to say, what does it take to disband?
Madam,
it's a matter of getting the leadership of those groups from the various regions and constituencies.
Okay.
And let understand.
Me say disband the group. I say ya would you name it's not
if any my friend me metina ha eme ye say me also above. During the election, I have guys that I move with them. After election, ye
then ya money for the movie. What do you fear?
Oh, what we yes say omu ye nkofo omu kwakọ ye friend say gidi various police stations. No. But
no, you go to a
police station. Let me give you one example.
Give me protection.
Let me give you one example. Uko Abosokai Presby Church. The total number of people that vote at that polling station are almost 4,000. There are 5 polling stations. Okay. Almost 4,000. You can imagine spare pass. And I can tell you some car park no car person. And you have only fast service for me. What can they do? Me, I'm telling you, say, all what is going, especially in our government, with the attitude of some of these forces and me honestly, I'm not happy with it.
Sir, if then nonsense open be suggested recruit them into the security so that they become.
You cannot just recruit them into the security because it's a process. Hey, I am not saying say me pay
no. Yes, Obama.
Me see me jina obi. And His Excellency the late president can say on no sadie me ompe na ma ye dimpa. Ti sa papa no atamos me kai me bi o can o ka try say even at also the right thing. Na say Ghanaians e vote ma no 1/10 pe. The legacy obeja we chire no kan e dos ma no. And I think that is why na ye kind no. So pe no wo ho a we because crime
into your can is na kuo ni guye Azoka boys. Kasamu ni ho mamo ho. Because the forces that are behind you are stronger. Enti eno anu no dia mungu ne.
Minyaba se wo ka keke. Na wo ntusu anamo a. Wanka wanka.
Eye.
Utusu anamo.
Okay.
Ah, but yen kanu yen di no kware. If I say to answer my NDC. But NDC I'm telling you, sir, yeah, call election. With the vigilance of UTV. With the vigilance of UTV. Okay. MPP, yeah, they say, Delta Force for now, I call Ashanti region, say, regional security coordinator, and Omumpe, no, I'm whatever. Yeah, say, yeah, no. Omo invite you to the police. My police for invite them to the police station. That is the issue. Omo take key omo statements. Instantly, your mom bail.
No. They were giving bail the next day.
So they were kept in.
Yes.
How many?
In the prison cell.
Okay. Into two no now can say. Yeah, the omo two moto at the chain. Enti and only they said the case no go. I said about Attorney General for advice.
Yes.
It's a police process.
Police process. Cases beyond the Attorney General for advice.
I don't know.
They say Obia committee crime. See. Obia committee crime. Not the about Attorney General. Attorney General be na advice. Enti e be da ho a.
Attorney General who say CI.
No be more advice. National security. Now Attorney General. National security po no. Ye threaten say me man there. O touch boys we are not Attorney General.
Boys be.
All invisible forces. Okay, Japan can so no so ni. Ono okay Japan can. And I like him for his boldness. Ono ni person can okay. Okay, here straight. Okay, so baby are there. It is who can visible forces. Who can deadly forces. Who can delta forces. That's a whole can Japan one of the financiers. I can't wear. Because why? More yes and more intimidating ye no. And never my ye moving so beka say. Hey, Saint me international be a mom beboye. But yes, I make a Ghana police service. Okay, be to say sometimes no, and I say obey blame police for whatever. Yes, my cancer had until last weekend. I make kind police ni back could be me see one money din article be.
Wow.
I say it's all person who succeed. Our police service more in Ghana. Don't joke with a politician. Ni na moba go school na kakra na ye frustrating no. China 1 month koboga the following 2 months ko say ko what you say we politician be there. Enti some holistic something. But me no MPP is failing us.
We can't yet find adjuma say
no, I said adjuma. No. Madam, you fan some no. You fan to the beer.
Say ya na nka ya bopo oh prof naka. You fan say ya ne be but ya
listen, me shadana man can answer. Omo anta kwesi botwe. Omo anta kwesi botwe. They see wo Eridek no nya kwesi botwe. One of the concerned youth for Ghana. Why nya de e na o attack the regional executives. Yes, but kwesi botwe me attack on baby aye.
So disbanding the group.
And no nya group. Individuals want to control the temper. But when we a group a party no edene ajatu mu a
no azoka na mo fa na
azoka mo time no whatever it is na NDC payful bi e wo homo mo
I want to be so this one it is not be always so be your friend is
no na ye to me they disbanding
no what is happening is say Ghanaians ediomanu etumu say MPP is failing us
forces for no party for no mo hwe mo bo mo ho ka ho
they finance them what say na kere Japan they are organized groups so or say chair be enam yes e wo mo a monji we fanto we pa we mo no e organized group omo leader omo say
azoka for no omo plaza omo betimi dia
but azoka was regional
chair azoka group no mo fie so answer na obey regional chair but listen to me carefully adentina nia etwemu ya bomodin ye free ho obi edi one dance say obo free ho
azoka boys still exist azoka boys they still exist. Don't sit
those
here.
Guys Obama. Say they've all
yes, Obama.
So these are organized group a party no eshom once we can so paying be say enka form we check police service yes a suggestion or make here and national security no interior minister beka on say interior minister catch publicly say and yes onye but the fear ni say one hwe yi a na obi afechi abeye na we
But elsewhere near you see, even in the Western world, so they train the person and absorb the person into system. No.
Some of these so-called hardened criminal. What are the word no by me boruke kefi.
Okay.
I was invisible.
Baby, but me say
Western world. I was dreadly. I was Delta.
I said I will laugh. Obama, I didn't say hardened criminals or more invisible. Me say outside.
Okay, they are not too hardened. It is sankrofo and some 2 weeks. It's only omuba. In addition, no. Yam Robin account. I'm telling you. I'm not saying all of them.
And yeah, quite chapa.
But open obey. Because nobody should go and attack any minister, any office whatsoever. Okoya yenchiwo. Yenfa ofamra kwas. Ombejai. Sure, we go national health insurance kufodia. Regional head o. Enye President Nana Akufo-Addo na appoint you justify. Omokasa just say it's an acceptable group. Not leading member of the party so I can say yes.
Yes.
I think so. This one is a responsibility of all of us.
Okay.
If we want to deal with this matter.
We really want to.
If Upe say you're calling partisan, let me come from the beginning say, even from 2009 till date, even voter raging higher, you have people DC Ghana is stopping from going to his office. In your administration, make sure say wherever I am prepared to serve my nation. And you know, say Obia Dena so your MPP ni and our NDC and also your CPP ni deal with the issue. But we ain't say Bia, me sure say be transfer me. At least me wo your friend saying me wo Accra. Ya feel here the me be call your friend saying Zabugu Tatale. Those living there are also human beings. But yeah, sad there. Now they are part of it. Because now we call her or to me catching him say he will not deal with it as I wanted.
Because a banner mo betinati in radio so ombe suma gumuso. It is a letter mu ye chire na mu suna mo kama asem na maka se nti we ye be ye ne dey. Munya mo adwuma mama hwa amanyofo ne cause asem ba ombe yi omho se de omunim.
Baby you have only 1 minute. Tio. Media no and I different from what no. Say NDC ni bi
all this is all limited and I was saying ICGC Musuko na also for say mikunu penny and mikunu ketwa and no say me nua be ma we akontamada for me bibia it also for Enoch Minta and pay me ma utim kwama wodapa if you do you Gloria Minta eho enafi all the beautiful 3 girls Adom Enshira and Nkunim omunyina ema utim kwa Gloria say what denya pa so do bana bravo na mikra me tinche me nya so mfa so forever you are the husband and from Adom Enshira and Nkunim they say you are the super daddy so enjoy your day and they are praying for long life with prosperity for you. Happy birthday also for Enoch Minta. Yes, Obama.
Me say difference what ye dey no very simple. Yen crofo ni bi ye bi. Ye say enye. By no na in organized group. Near papa professor no ka organized group.
No. Nazo kanu say afi na so di.
No. Can say reason. No. Me boy. It we sorry ah, o say nadmo no pe. Ofa. We sorry, whether you are qualified, don't wait for anybody. You win your coffee. I mean, those are the things that are influencing them.
I see.
Boom.
We are hoping that one day when you people come to power, it won't happen.
I said 2020 when we come.
I'm not the one to predict. Me too. It's a million commission for. Until I'm saying one day. Me too.
Come to 40 years time.
Yo, Pachoy, back to Galamsey is today. Yen to me, I can't da. Cause Journalists Association, Graphic Communications Group, Ghanaian Times, New Times Corporation, and your munina now makwa koshia. One suggestion that came, say, beya, it's a small school man in Okramun suspended. If a bank suspended, if he say, be on also a small school, and so no crown near all was say so. And no tea more, the old 2 small scale, the old 2 large scale. Omunia here so no mudia wash. Omunia, she said, I was said, Omu, Omusi assassin. But indeed, almost
Mammy Fasa when you went so. Namembo, wow, colleague, Kwame Sifakai, Abaso.
Oh, yeah, maybe a penny.
Yes.
And Tikase Usinia.
And a Juma, or shall say about 3 weeks ago, getting to a month. I think, or no, or share Sagalam say issue. this Galamsey issue, no, I best send your con ache.
My producer say yes, so yes, CB.
Okay, and the Musumaya.
Loyalty case, so shall say.
Musumaya, dear.
Yes, shall say. And I'm
Masem, no, a damasipa.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, also, I know me by me bomb my basso.
Okay.
I can say, in fact, my cameraman, any Mumpenny for a deal when you coach SCSO, Kwame Kumana, that's our Western region. Nisuno, I'm ready to Galamsey.
Yeah.
In fact, me bombabaso to get that courage, because when you say Galamsey, for most of them are very armed and very violent.
Yeah.
So for you to get that courage, baya, wouldn't be. Make say, your institutions be say in Sia. Say omo e jai Galamsey na ebe bua Ghana.
Institutions.
In Sia.
Because
so jai Galamsey na.
I feel the jai ho kra.
So jai Galamsey na ye hu ebe toyen.
Ho amono no.
Ahimfo.
Chieftains.
Asem that day.
Yes, make omo jai ebe jai. Ahim. Your friend is saying government institutions are more your friend is concessions.
Okay.
Any media phone be. All these people are burning now a big phone.
Safu yewa. Enti omo kwabra wuo no so mpafe na na nya na ekoya na ye bai.
If all these people ejaya Galamsey no ebija. Now no ye word water day.
Okay.
The Minister for Sanitation and Water. Or say Western region pen. Then say me say na me catch this on some fan wa ne ho. No ka say achinkwa onum bremu. No respect na onum bremu na. Me wife ya chimney. Of your da.
Okay.
Uko oda meaning the first time you go far so you go far friend is saying oda secondary school.
Okay.
Un say there's a bridge bi wo ho a be fa so akosi enyina say no abesi etiwa honum side. That's the first time. Was it? Because it say why me lobi na pe o.
Oh, asemo. Any exercise no.
The chiefs in some baby to Galamsey and to me can't share me say they don't know what is going on there. Now no they amuyi or say 3 good years and as a Chinese for our pay to war.
Yeah.
Yem be say who say President Mahama Breso. Or my chi omo seize omo machines ni Chinese for no.
Honorable, now honorable. No detached force name. Omukochichi machines at Sebi no.
Yes,
she be no way excavated no.
Yes, she be.
Etimushe sa.
Oh.
Yes, she that there.
Send the and the asemka. And the can say ash.
Okay.
But if you want some say she because you want TV so. Yes. Nancy ya Ghana China 45. Ghana 45.
What's the region?
Yeah, prosecute komo. And I say the and I say aja omo amoko. Say jano.
I think almost we no and no much 10 Ghana 45 China 45 now remember say Jacob Brako court to say obi no oma omo pay bail but judge na ma omo bail
so they are still in the police
yes I think oma
so.
journey case no
we hope so minim now no me share video bi akwa bi o say e fe na be one Ramsey 1 or say the
Bromsey you say Bromsey
1 I me hun and no so me sign share the second
video
why
second one swaba.
For the first one, it was during the president.
They have the gas to be and then the moment
when you trouble now, and they say, Intermeka say, the politician will get the political will, we can deal with the issues.
Okay.
So security service if one coaching for one or musicano, our sign Jomono, if they stop taking some of their money and their gold, we'll deal with the issues. So a chromo of one or more involved your muhuno and almost more involved your muhuno. If they will expose the other colleagues, will stop. Institutions now more concessions, no, will be truthful and make sure. Not me, I'm announced on friends forestry committee and mines. We ask them, say, do you go and monitor the work that you give them after one permit? Now, even if you jump from one place to another, every way of jumping, you see a filling station. And you ask yourself, say, is it right to cite a filling station in this particular area?
And you see, before model license, mobile EIA impact assessment.
No, say who knows you? And no,
anything.
Why any and I will find a chimana baby amount. That's the problem we have in this nation.
And
so these 6
institutions,
that is why I make manja politicians no. Me say it might be say me tell so can hire Galamsey be na me kwakoto. But ebia obi wo Eastern Region or your MPP ni, ebia a police station executive member or to Galamsey. And that's
Abosoka. Good. Hold on. Wo ebi new constituency. Inti no wano den no. Because ebi wo constituency nka wo to be. Tinka untumi nkasa. Fi say atese se ti ade e koso esokra eye mokwa ya ne mokwa aba. Foforo beko chese wo ma ban konti wo mo no wo mo nko. Ti we ye tu wo mo pebra ne say oh ini e dia ma ye nkrofo. It's business like toilet na ye season.
There are 3 members of parliament from the MPP side. And we asked the speaker, say, we should do something about it. Say, you talk about say legalizing more, way. Say whatever the situation is, no. Quite ben soon a bit me afa. Then me say, usora napa. No way the whole day. A ye chance obe nanti the whole day so and so That is why even the rich man, after suffering, that tells you water can save your life. But
Obama, DC and MMDC and a catch and say, who can Galamsey? I didn't know a bomb was out. Not just one more yet. I say, who don't go involve yourself in Galamsey activities.
Senia all catcher one. Say, send or catcher publicly. Sana Kukuemuso or catcher one. And Kebe Boa. I don't know any Pacono Konako involved in government, only the fourth harm. Now, BBC na moya a boa, me bomb basso, but Omunkosuna, Omunye. Say, ya can't be Brawa Galamsey, near any policy. Because, Oye Bibi, Nastel, Fimumba, now Kosu Yasana, she and Fimumba. Yen per a buying per committee be now moon share moon for policy, Bimbra, na implement it because.
Don't you have enough policies already?
One, as we implement, I can't concessions. The one concession, I say, so be follow up. Ubehunkana vehicular, as so they follow up. Unibi. They better now crab bonnet, say, Mama, we assassin go to Galamsey, as some go to gold, as some cautious said, then or ye. A beer pick up keke cry or the bacon. Unibi. In this only be obeyed uncle. But million can be breed.
Okay.
Engineer Mesa and say, enka a buying so because they see a buying.
No, now Obama Shifman or say what to Semen Kancho. Yeah, I have loved Obama today, but I think on the vigilante groups he hasn't been truthful to the viewers. The NDC cannot and would never even dream of collapsing the Azuka Boys group. The Ghana police must be bold in dealing with these groups for once. Ghana deserves better. David Anako says politicians are always looking for power, but when the power comes to them, they mislead it, and finally they go out of power. NDC got it wrong when power was back to power for sure in 2020. Until God bless you, TV, and high five to your tolerant panels. Good morning to you all. Stephen Hazel says, Nanado, I will deal with data forces. Then it means Nanado talking. It is not under my watch that people will take the law into their own hands. Kenneth Ejapon, I am daring you if you are a man. I am putting my life on the line. If you like, touch these boys. Me, sipping Sobulu with McFitty's digestive biscuit. But JM brother Ibrahim Muhammad said his brother is not coming back in politics. Just after the elections, he said, then why are they trying to bring JM back in politics? Was there any negotiations? Pedro one says, please help me wish my brother Bernard Adeklovi a happy birthday from Tema Community 5. And it's a mabwa show brother Bernard Adeklovi happy birthday. And you so many Bema Jojo Ajari, a cameraman, a UTV, hey, say ya, and a Jojo Ajari, I would dance. Joe. When we are for fresh, the internet Sandra Usu says, so the NDC too can fight among each other. I think their party was holier than any party in Ghana. In same P. Ishon Kabina says, Obaya, I can't think far because Mahama will never come to power as well as NDC. Okay. Sarah Jacoa, good morning, yeah. I support the cancellation of the foreign books. It will create employment. Mr. Minister, you do all. You mean the textbook, so you are congratulating Honorable Napo.
And Sana with me, I perfect.
Okay.
Enti mi mo dear, so the Magana ni. Na se Ophelia. Sama sign for Magana ni. Ye failure, ye bedu baby, ye fail because omo koso. Omo fail with the answer no better than you. Na Ghana na for presidency no so more.
Utie sports for presidency bi mo no mu coach club level bi mu kra coach. And so near the amount no mabe Jessica no e omo interpreter so.
Me dey na woman say so far as presidency the major position.
Okay.
Say black and a Ghanaian e bit my president. Agency ben and a Ghanaian into me head.
Beautiful suggestion.
So we wish him all the best.
Okay.
If we are not predicting that he fails, but even if he fails, we should still give it to a Ghanaian till they will develop a young person.
Thank you. Yes or no, Martin? Okay.
They are part of some clubs.
Okay.
And I can tell you, say GFE, Ministry of Youth and Sports, any or more agencies say one as no. Every man who come and they are fine. There are players from Mukwana, be more it will be contracts fair way. They bet the was. Sometimes I guess only this year, almost about 5 of them.
Yeah.
I can't say your friend is a hebatad or a best in. Mama can assist your money now. Share. We see up here almost the next 2 weeks, so the next month. And no money got to no much church and no man. What do you say now? They are find a buyer. Most of our players here, we be not treating kind. We start treating kind. You go up for coach the FA about the Aba. The man will be a bit in Casanasi until you win. But if you have our own coach and resource him just as we be resourcing the foreign coaches now, but Esan Obisika or painting, they'll go for these foreign coaches. But we say, Yembisa say, Owabe, Nyayedima, Nyapamunan saying, Sana no see man in Sana, your money fee, your money car, your money Kwama, Yajuma, Nisika Betiano, send it away in dollars and Sana Babetiano, and because on the gun and Intino, on the Yanchani say, I will go to pay with Sapa 5,000, or you are going to pay him $1,000. That is so, make me a catch you say, most of your achievements in football. Local coaches. Okay. How many of our foreign coaches has made it for us? Most of them are local coaches. But when they, because of we don't treat them well. And this is a major problem. Mid-year, I wish we see appear well. End of this nation. Say, you man the maximum support on here. Meaning, say, once I work on ministry, no so, a year, Minyapini, Isaac Siama. Any madam, yes, any madam for Brebo, Pious, Ajide, and no bad vet, meaning say, vetting committee, Subejinatum, Oracle Boakwesiapia, meaning say, any other state institutions are, they under youth and sports, no, would help our brother to make sure.
MP Ablekuma Central, MPP demo, and Ora William Efum Enyeji, yet friend say Obama or NDC communication team member, and no pay womunya bro money baya or money ebeche womuso munim de kakran, Uranum Yedamwasepa. Nyame Yaduma Wachina, the Chenshuma Yebesign Abamidin, the Yakunama, and now we are celebrating, I'm enjoying and celebrating 2 gentlemen, Jojo Jari, UTV cameraman, happy birthday, and then my pastor friend and brother China Adichin Shome Besiaba. Nanso Koswa Nasha UTV if we say and the panning in one that channel UTV. It's all about you.